Hey, good morning, Vineyard. I hope your week is rolling along well. Man, this wind is no bueno. I feel like I can handle any weather condition, but the wind makes me feel like utter chaos. I typically don't complain about the weather, but dang, this wind blows. Anyway, let me remind you of our Holy Week celebration schedule. This is the most impactful week of celebration in the church calendar. Palm Sunday is this coming Sunday, so we are getting real close. Now, our gathering to mark the Last Supper and the final instructions that Jesus gives his disciples, the day we know as Maundy Thursday, will be 7 o'clock on April 14th, next Thursday. Now, this will also be the day that we celebrate our One Day to Feed the World campaign with Convoy of Hope, with an offering and a fast, and then we will break our fast together with communion, breaking our fast with the Lord's Supper on the day that he instituted the Lord's Supper. Just awesome. I love it. And then also Good Friday service, marking the trial, the torture, crucifixion of Jesus, will be at 7 o'clock next Friday, April 15th. Both of these services, they'll be about an hour long, but they set us up for Resurrection Day, for Easter Sunday, for the party on April 17th. Our party kicks off at 10 a.m. on Easter Sunday. I'm really looking forward to that. So, now, as you know, we've been taking this time of Lent, this time of preparation, to take devotional looks, or a devotional look at joy. Joy is a response to what Jesus has done for us. Now, this is a contrast to responding to what's happening in the world apart from the work of the cross, or responding to the parts of our lives that we've not really yet allowed Jesus to enter. That kind of leads us to responses of chaos, and it lines up with how I feel about the wind. During this time, we've talked about joy from the standpoint of joy being adopted by God, joy of being called the beloved of the Creator, the joy that God has for us, the joy that comes from having a family to walk through this journey with, all of these things that are outcomes of submitting our lives to Jesus. But as we get close to the end of our Lenten joy journey, I want to ask you this question. Has it changed you? Has it changed me? Now, also, in the midst of Lent, since January, we've been studying the Sermon on the Mount, having the difference between outward conformity and inner transformation be revealed through this greatest sermon ever given by the greatest teacher that ever was. All of this kind of brings me to this place where we've got a devotional reading for the rest of the week that I would invite you to read, reflect, and pray through. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 3. This chapter talks about the outcome of inviting Jesus to go beyond outward conformity and into an inner transformation. I want to share a piece of that passage with you today as we kind of kick off the rest of our week here on Wednesday. Since this new way gives us such confidence, we can be very bold. We're not like Moses, who put a veil over his face so the people of Israel would not see the glory, even though it was destined to fade away. But the people's minds were hardened, and to this day, whenever the Old Covenant is being read, the same veil covers their minds, so they cannot understand the truth. And this veil can be removed only by believing in Christ. Yes, even today, when they read Moses' writings, their hearts are covered with that veil, and they do not understand. But whenever someone turns to the Lord, the veil is taken away. For the Lord is the Spirit, and wherever the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. Just to make sure you heard that. Wherever the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. So all of us have that veil removed. We can see and reflect the glory of the Lord. And the Lord, who is the Spirit, makes us more and more like him as we are changed into his glorious image. This week we celebrate the joy that is the knowledge of freedom. As I move out of conformity and into transformation, the change that I feel is a lack of chaos. The less chaos I see, the more glory I see, and the more glory I see, the easier it is to see the joy set before me. Come what may, I belong to the King. So, Vineyard, read through 2 Corinthians 3 this week, reflect, pray. Please, let me know what happens. Let me know how that experience goes for you. Have a great rest of your week. Please pray for me and know that I am praying for you, and I will see you on Palm Sunday.